Laughing Loon Custom Canoes and Kayaks presents Paddles in Maine, Ram Island in the Sheepscot to Boothbay. This is my wife Sandy paddling one of the Badarka style sea kayaks that I build. Hello, I'm Rob Max, owner, designer, and builder of Laughing Loon Custom Canoes and Kayaks in Jefferson, Maine. I'm going to do a series of paddles. I'm going to be documenting a series of paddles in the mid-coast area of Maine. There are a lot of islands, channels, and beautiful places to explore. This is a video I took a few years ago, and here is Ram Island out in the Sheepscot at low tide. We have about a 10-12 foot tide here in this area of Maine, which is pretty dramatic. I'm from the Midwest, and I just can't get over the fact that all this water goes out. You can see the dark line showing you on the rocks where the tide comes up to. It's just amazing and beautiful. Ram Island in the Sheepscot is a public island. It's part of the Maine Island Trail Association. It is only accessible by boat. This is what the island looks like. It's well treed. It has beautiful open places for camping and picnicking. You can hear an osprey calling there. It has a nest in one of the trees right in the middle of the island here. You're looking across the area of the Sheepscot. It's probably a mile plus wide here and widens out into open sea very quickly to the south. This video was shot a few years ago when my wife Sandy and a couple friends came along for a visit. Again, this is at low tide, and you'll see the trip I did recently. Here is high tide. It is Sunday, June 28th, 2017. This is Ram Island out in the Sheepscot River. Ram is a Maine Island Trail Association island open to the public. Beautiful spot. I've spent my whole life on the water. I grew up with power boats. I've been in sailboats, but I've spent most of my times in canoes and kayaks. And the great thing about canoes and kayaks is that you can explore. You can go places where you wouldn't dare go in a power boat or a sailboat. In a power boat or sailboat, you stay away from the island perimeter. You stay away from shoals. You're afraid of what's hidden that you can't see. Drop that skeg a little bit. See if it steadies my course. It's kind of funny. I've been paddling all these years, and it wasn't until recently that I realized that I really don't like to paddle. What I like to do is explore. I love the fact that all I need is 4 inches of water, and I can take this kayak in places where people would be terrified to go in a bigger boat. And I'm right down there in the water looking at things like seals. I've paddled with other people and groups that seem to want to go fast, and they want to go way out through open water and go in a straight line. And I've come back feeling like I didn't have fun. And I realized that I don't like doing that. I was in power boats to be out in open water. I was in whitewater boats to play in waves and holes and things. For me, a sea kayak is a vehicle to take me to all these beautiful, beautiful places, islands, interfaces with wildlife. That's what paddling is to me. I know every time I get in my boat and I go out somewhere, even though I may have been to this place 50 times, it's going to be different every time. And so I go out with kind of a goal, and yet I'm ready there to take advantage of the opportunity that appears to see something I haven't seen before, to go into who knows what. I don't know what. It's exciting. That's why I do it. I like to be close to the shore because I'm just totally visually stimulated. I have to be able to look at stuff. I don't want to be out in open water just looking at waves and watching my arms swing back and forth. I want to go and say, oh, hey, what's that? Let me go over there. Let me bounce my boat off at that buoy. See what people are doing in their backyard here in Maine. It's just interesting for me to see what's going on. And this is why most often I paddle alone, because I don't want to talk. I want to look. And so my wife and I will go and we just don't talk. We look. And sometimes I will go with a group of friends, and I'm with those friends because I want to be with them. But what I really enjoy is being by myself and being here in close to shore and looking at what's going on. There's so much going on. There are just so many convoluted channels and islands here in Maine. It's wonderful. It's just such a great place to explore. I'm constantly seeing birds on the water and on the shore, critters running on the shore. It's just marvelous. The beautiful trees, the rocks. And then, of course, there's all the stuff in the water. Starfish, fish swimming, seaweed, kelp, great white sharks. Yes, great white sharks. I haven't seen one, but there was one in Boothbay Harbor last year when I was paddling. I came home and people go, "Oh my gosh, there's a great white shark." It's so hard for me to believe that in 6 hours this is all going to drop 10 feet lower. All this water is going to go zipping out under that bridge, out to sea. I'm paddling one of my Firestar Badarka style kayaks, and I'm using my Aleut paddle. On the left of the screen is the Maine Botanic Gardens. This channel flows past the gardens and comes down to the Knickercane public boat launch. The Knickercane boat launch area is a very popular launch site for all the kayak touring companies, so they put their boats in here where I am pulling up. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope to do more in the future, so keep your eyes peeled. Thanks for watching. And as always, the latest information and updates and announcements for videos will be at my website, laughingloon.com. Thanks for watching, and happy paddling.